Hello everyone, it's Michelle Litwiller here with Owl Star Stampers. Thank you for joining me tonight. It is Wednesday, December 7th. I had to look at my phone and it's 8 p.m. and I have some really cute cards to share with you tonight. 4 different cards in fact. And so if you are watching me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the bell, and you can always leave a comment and a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. All right, let me share this over on my group really quick, and then we're going to get in and I will share all the details with you. I gotta turn that volume down though. Hello, Nancy. Okay, so I hope everyone is having a great week. This is the bundle we're featuring, and I have, like I said, 4 really cute cards. One is a fun fold, and I'm looking at all my pieces to make sure I didn't forget something. Okay, yes. When I look at the cards we're going to make tonight, they make me super, super happy. So I hope they do the same with you when we get into it. So normally, this is the week that I would feature this stamp set right here for my card club. By the way, let me go grab those cards and show you real quick, because you still have a few days if you want to get in on the card club. 1 second. Okay, so normally I had planned to make you some alternative cards using this stamp set. So I have a card club. If you are new to me, we have 150 people in it. And for the month of December, this is a stamp set we're using. It's called Simply Fabulous. It's only $18. And this is a great all occasion stamp set. And so anyway, next week I will be featuring the stamp set. The reason why is because I wanted to do the gnomes because they're on the last chance list. So anyway, I'm doing the gnomes this week because due to like the timeline of the month in retiring list. But next week you can join me and we're going to be making some cards with this. This is also, again, the stamp set we're featuring for our Owlette Card Club for December. So, a sneak peek of the card club cards. They're really, really pretty. You're going to get extra this month. First of all, you normally get at least $20 a product. I believe this month it's $23 to $24, plus everybody that is an actual member, not a one-time, but if you're an actual member, you're going to get a little Christmas gift from me too in your package. So here's a little sneak peek. Look at this card and those little butterflies just saying hello. This one, You Are Simply Fabulous. Then we have this one, There is Beauty in Everything. And this one, Hooray, Hooray, Let's Celebrate. So these are the cards for this month. You make 2 of each, so 8 total cards. You get, again, that actually over $20 worth of products. Tutorial emailed to you. So anyway, this is for December, so if you want to add it on and you're already a member, that has been sent out. You have until the 10th to add it on. You can order it yourself or you can substitute. And then what is the other thing? If you want to join or take it as a one-time, you have until the 10th as well. But that's a sneak peek of the card club. And next week I have at least 2 cards that I'll show you doing even more with this stamp set. Okay, so if you have heard, there's a last chance list, there's a clearance rack update, there's a lot going on in the Stampin' Up! World. It's kind of hard for even myself to keep track of it all. And when we got our last catalog that is currently exiting, this was one of my favorite stamp sets. And I did do a class with this for my team and some demonstrators, and I think I featured it in maybe some virtual classes. However, I never did a devoted class like I had planned, and when I was looking through my stamps, I could not believe that because I absolutely love this bundle. So here it is today. So for the month of December, this is going to be our virtual class. So you can get the cards I'm going to show you today for free if you place a minimum $35 order. Now, if you bump your order up to $50, you're going to get these gems. Hopefully they're still available by the time I order. If not, you'll substitute with some sort of other gem. You're also going to get a little sampling of the designer series paper. So that is my intent. If you have placed an order with me so far this month with this host code, you're already included in my count. I will just count you in for this because I always have a new host code at the beginning of the month. Anyway, this code will end at the end of Sunday, which is December 11th. So you have until December 11th to get your orders in with this host code. Then I know you'll want these cards and my thank you gifts. So that's how this is going to work. There will be a link. If you need any help, just let me know. But stick around because these cards are really, really cool. And even if for some reason you don't have this stamp set, like I said, you're going to get a chunk of the paper and you can still probably make the cards with just the paper alone and just use your own sentiments. I will tell you that this stamp set is retiring. The dies are carrying over and the dies are awesome. Look at, well, they're a mess right now because I just die cut a bunch of stuff. But you can build gnomes without the stamp set with the dies. You can also die cut several of these images. And a little heads up, there's a new gnome set coming out in January that will coordinate with these dies. So if you really love gnomes and you don't have the dies, you might want to get them now. They're carrying over and there will be a new gnome set in January. So let's dig right in because I'm super excited about these cards. I'll put the host code up again at the end and share that with you. Okay, our first card, again, we have 4 cards. So this month you get 4 cards with your orders. So again, I love the gnomes and I wanted to use lots of different pieces. So we have also, to get the PDF of these cards, everyone can get it as long as you're on my email list, whether you order or not. So you just have to be on my email list. To get on my email list, head over to Owl Star Stampers and click on, sometimes it pops up, but otherwise you can click on email newsletter, and that's how you get notified, and it will be out in it won't be out tomorrow, but by this weekend or, when I do probably my last chance to get your order in, that's when this PDF will be available to everybody. So just save it and print it so you have it. All right, so that's how you get the PDF, and we're going to dive right in. So this is a Pacific Point card base. It is a brighter blue, and I don't really use this color a lot, but it's really pretty. So I went ahead and I cut this white 5 1/4 by 4 and I embossed it. Now you will do your own embossing. You can emboss it with anything that you want. This embossing folder, is on clearance for $4. Normally like 10 or 11. I just had it on my desk, but it's gone. So anyway, it has the Whimsical trees or something like that, but it's a really great one. And so I just embossed it with that. And we're going to add this on here. Then we have this really cool gnome paper, and it's 12 by 12. This is retiring. It's not on sale. Again, I'm going to give you like a 6 by 6 of each of these papers so you can use them. And so like I said, you'll get a gnome and all these things if you don't have the stamp set, so you can still kind of complete the cards. I see Janice is on here, and I know Janice loves gnomes because she sent me a gnome Christmas card. Thank you, Janice. I even brought it to my studio to share, and you'll be excited to know, Janice, if you didn't hear me already, there's a new set coming out in January with gnomes. So anyway, this is the paper we're using, and you'll get a 6 by 6 piece with it. So I already went ahead and cut these 2 pieces down. This one is, I believe it's 3 by 3, and this one was 2 by 4.5. So I'm going to just go ahead and attach this designer series paper down here. Okay, one right here. And then I'm going to take this one and put it right here. now we're going to take the wonderful snowflakes. These also are on clearance, or on sale, not clearance, on sale. You get 24 of these for, I believe, $2 now. They used to be $6. So I'll give you one snowflake. And what I'm going to do with this snowflake, though, is I'm going to cut it in half. So do you see this big piece here? I'm not going to go right down the center, but I'm going to go just across like that and cut it in half. And then this way, I'm going to attach it. Do you see that there's like a gap there? But I'm going to attach it on my card like that. So I only need one, and I'm just going to spread it apart. So that will make your snowflakes kind of go a little bit longer, last a little bit longer. You'll get a little bit more out of them. So we'll attach this down and like so. All right, so there we have our pretty snowflake. And I love those snowflakes, they're iridescent. You'll have a circle that is has a little kind of like the dots around it. I just realized I forgot to turn on my light. It's a little dark in here on my table. This circle will die cut for you, and we're going to stamp a gnome in Memento Black ink. So let me grab that, and I'm going to use this guy. Ooh, and I'm going to use this guy right here and stamp it in Memento Black. And then we're going to color it in with the blends really quick. So let's stamp this. Yeah. Okay, if you just turn it. Thank you. A little bit more. That's good. Thank you. My husband, Ryan, is here with me, and he heard me, so he came and turned my light on. Thank you. He always saves me. Okay, so there is this cute little gnome, and you could use any of them. There's a whole bunch in here, and they say, you know, this set is, I'm using a lot of it for Christmas. The last card is not Christmas. Actually, 2 are Christmas and 2 are not. But even the paper you can use any time of the year. And this mushroom, and this one's holding a little lantern, and this one's peeking out. So you can use this stamp set year round. It's a really, really cute one anyway. Okay, so now we have our gnome here, and now we're going to color it in. And so I took dark balmy blue, light night of navy, and I have a crumb cake, light crumb cake, and then I have smoky slate somewhere. I thought I did. Let me see. I'm not even gonna lie about the mess I have. Well, yep, light smoky slate. Okay, so you can color his nose, whatever, skin tone that you want. I'm just doing like a crumb cake. It's kind of like a little light brown. And then I'm going to take the balmy blue. I think this is, balmy blue, dark balmy blue, and I'm going to color in the hat. So these are alcohol markers. You get 2 in a pack, the light and the dark, for $9. And we have several colors. Thank you for sharing, Jill. Forgot to say that, and subscribing to everything, follow me. And oh, you guys, over on my group this last 2 weeks there have been so many people posting that different people have died, it's not real. And anyway, I had to change the settings because it was getting way out of hand. So, and then people were asking, don't kick me out. I'm not going to kick you out unless you post fake news or spam or whatever. So don't worry about that. Only those people. But, okay, so we have the balmy blue. And we colored in the nose. Now I'm going to take the light night of navy. And I'm going to, because we do not have Pacific Point, but this light night of navy kind of is the Pacific Point color. That's the kind of cool thing about these markers as well, is you can kind of shade them to mimic several of our colors in our color family. If you missed it this week too, I did a video with paper pumpkin alternatives. That's over on my YouTube channel now. You guys can check that out. I did that this week. If you ordered the penguin or the deer class, those are supposed to ship tomorrow. However, I got those shipped today, but the tutorial will not come out until tomorrow night like expected. I just was happy to get them out in the mail. So some of you, if you live local to me, you might get them tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. Sometimes the mail is really fast and sometimes it's not. So if you do, the tutorial is coming out tomorrow at some point for those. I just got them shipped early. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is take this light smoky slate, and then the lines in this beard, I'm just going to kind of go over a few of them just so it doesn't look like I forgot to like do something with this beard. Just makes it look like, I don't want to color it gray, but I just want to add some highlights, I guess. And then there we go. So now we have our cute little gnome colored in. So now again, we have a snowflake that we cut in half. We're going to pop this up with some dimensionals, and then we're going to stamp our sentiment. All right, so here's this. Then I have a 1/2 inch strip. I actually thought I did this already, but maybe I didn't. Okay, I'm going to take my Pacific Point ink pad, and I want to stamp Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Did I say these? You know me so well. Warm wishes and your kindness does not go unnoticed. Okay, let's stamp the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I'm just doing that because I'm using snowflakes. And it's like a winter card. Oh, look it. I did stamp it. I'm not losing it. Well, I guess I'll just wipe that off. It was just flipped over. Because it's so tight, I thought, I've not had the greatest day. I've not had a bad day, but just had a lot of weird things going on and wrong. So I thought I'm going to stamp this ahead of time because I'll probably stamp it totally crooked or something. Okay, so then I'm just going to make the end of banner and go up here and up here. And by bad day, like my printer, I was printing labels, and that one, it like got jammed, and then it ran out of labels, and then my actual printer got jammed, and then it ran out of ink, and then it told me I didn't shut it down properly, so it didn't want to print. Just like, you know, weird stuff like that kept happening to me, like one thing after another. Do you guys ever have days like that? I'm sure you can all relate. So I have my dimensionals on my little label here, my banner, and then this is going to go down here. And then to finish this off, I'm going to take those gems. So again, these gems, I'm going to give you a sheet of them if you order over $50. If for some reason they sell out, I will substitute with some pearls or something like that that you can still use and will still look beautiful on your card. Okay, so I'm going to put 3 of those on here. 1, 2, and 3. And there is our first card. So again, we're doing 4 cards tonight. So I hope you like this one. I love how it turned out and the colors. And there's a little bit of a sparkle to them. And again, if you wanted your gnome to be a girl version, you can do that one instead. You can stamp any gnome you want on your circle there. But there is our first card for tonight. Let me know what you think of that one. And while you're doing that, I'm going to grab the pieces for card number 2. Okay. Now, card number 2 is going to be featuring the dies. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, so card number 2, we have a Bermuda Bay, one of my favorite colors. We're using a lot of different blues tonight. So a Bermuda Bay card base with a pool party that's 5 1/4 by 4. we have that gnome paper that is cut 5 by 3 3/4. So some of the paper is just very subtle with like the snowflakes and the trees. And then look at this, the back side though with these animals. It's so cute. So we're just gonna glue these down and stick them down. And like I can't believe, but I'm just looking, I didn't use any ribbon tonight. No ribbon or twine or anything like that. That's kind of very unusual for me. Okay, go ahead. Oh, I'm glad you guys love the first card. Okay, so now we have this down. So here is the base of card number 2. Hi everyone, thanks for sharing and joining tonight. Okay, I have a 2.5-inch circle of vellum, and we're gonna put that on here, and that's just going to, see, you can still see through it, but it still adds something to your card, but it doesn't take away from all the pieces. I went ahead and used the dies, and you'll see here we have these pieces. Now, we will die cut these pieces for you this time. Sometimes we don't do that, like for the gingerbread we couldn't. I don't think these are super like tedious, so we will do the pieces for the gnome for this card. The beard is cut out in white, the nose I did petal pink, and the hat and the feet are in Pool Party cardstock. So those are the colors. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you can do 2 things. You can take a sponge dauber and like sponge around here, or you can take one of the blending brushes, and what did I use? I just grabbed one of these because I was being a little lazy. Okay, so I took one of these. So I normally would use a sponge dauber, but it was across the room, and I was trying to frantically get this done. So, like, I designed these cards. I started about 6:30, and I had to be done by 8. So there's that. I just added a little bit of color so it wasn't just so flat. And then I'm going to do that to the little shoes as well. Sometimes I don't really invent techniques, but kind of, and it's just because of, I guess you could say, laziness. Or I'm impatient to go get the things I really need. All right, so now we have these little pieces here, and we're going to put this together. So on this beard, you can see it kind of embosses, it puts little lines in it. So you can see exactly where to put your glue. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here and here, and then I know where to place that hat. So this little hat just goes right on here, like so. Okay, so there's that. We'll just hold that for a second. Then if you have a dimensional or a mini dimensional, I'm going to grab a mini dimensional and put it behind this little nose. And then you can put the nose here. And then the little feet, I'm just going to add a little bit to the bottom of this beard and stick on the feet like that. So there is our little gnome, and I love it sponged or using a brayer to add just a little bit of color. And then I'm going to take my regular, ooh, well that didn't work, it slid. That's why I don't like that glue. It's not instantly stuck. Okay. Now I'm going to stick this on the middle. And then I'm going to flip this over because I want to only have glue behind the gnome so it won't show on the vellum. Then we're going to put this right here. And I have glue all over now. Not really, it's just a little bit. Okay, so you can probably not see this, but there's that. Okay, so next up is my sentiment. I'm using the same one that I used on the first card, but what I did is I took my Versamark ink pad, I stamped it, I put white embossing powder, and I heat set it. So that's done. So I did do that ahead of time just to save time because we're doing, you know, we're doing 4 cards. Then I'm just going to trim this down with my scissors. So I'll just give you a scrap of paper to do this. And voila. And then we're going to just pop this up here with another dimensional. And to finish it off, we're going to go to our gems. There's these light blue ones, and I'm going to add 3 of these to the card. 1 up here, 1 down here, and 1 over here. So there is card number 2. I hope you like this one. So there they are. There's that. Let me know what you think of this one. I do have this little eraser. There. Okay. So, oh, I'm glad you guys like this. And like I said, the gnome dies are carrying over. And there will be another gnome set in January that you guys can order. Sorry about that arm in the way. But here is our second card. Okay, our next card is going to be the Fun Fold. And here are the pieces. I think we're doing pretty good on time. Okay, so I have Pool Party. And we're going to want to go ahead and fold this in half. And then you're going to want your paper trimmer. So let me grab mine. So now that this is, do you see this chunk of ribbon stuff? All right, we don't need that. Okay, so now that we have it folded in half, what we're going to do, we're going to go in 1 inch and cut up to this line. So 1 inch over on each side and cut up to have like 2 little flaps, okay? So I'm going to put this one here, and I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to cut up to the middle. Now, last week I kind of made a mistake with my scoring, so this week let's hope I can pull it together. Okay, I just want to show you guys that I make mistakes too. So there's that one. See, we got a flap there. Now I'm going to flip it over and do the same on this side. Go to the 1 inch mark and then cut. You're going to cut to the halfway point at that 4 1/4. All right, there we go. So now we have this. Okay, hello, hello. Okay, next up you're going to take your paper, and it looks like I need a new blade because mine is starting to get wore out. So you're going, oh, I cut these wrong. So you're going to cut your designer paper, these little pieces here, to 3/4 of an inch by 4. And I'm going to use the side with the gnomes on it, but you can use the back side that has snowflakes as well because it coordinates. So you can do it that way or this way. I wanted this way because it had a little bit more color in it. And then what you'll do, whether you have the dies or not, is you can cut out a mushroom and a gnome. Because remember, I'm going to give you a 6x6 piece of each of these. So you can cut out whatever you want. However, if you have the dies, they perfectly cut out of the paper as well. So that's pretty awesome. So I already did that to save a little bit of time. So what we're going to do next is on these little flaps, we're going to glue them down. The 3/4 inch pieces. I'm going to put one over here, and then one over here. Okay, so there, this is kind of what we have so far. Now we're going to glue these flaps down. Yes, the last time I checked, the gnome paper was still available. It's not on sale, but it's available. And we're going to seal these flaps down now to our card. All right, then you're going to have a circle here. It's about a 1 1/4 inch circle, so we'll cut that out for you. And then you'll have these 2 pieces of white. Now, the one measures, let me tell you, 4 inches by 3 1/4, and that's going to go in this middle here. So you can go ahead and attach this down just like so. And then you'll have another piece that measures 3 1/4 by 2 1/2, although I forgot a score mark. So this middle flap here, we need to score it at, what do we need to score it at? That's a great question. Why can't I read this? It's 1 1/2 from the top. So, 1 1/2. So from the middle, you're going to score it at 1 1/2 down, like this. Okay, so there, that's what I forgot to do. So this is going to be like a easel, like little pop-up card. So then just take your bone folder and just give that a good crease, and then give that a good crease. So for this piece that I said, again, it measures 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. I embossed this. Again, you can emboss it with whatever you want, but I did it with the Into the Clouds embossing folder. This is in our annual catalog. It's $8.50. So I just did some clouds for the background for this one. And then this is going to go right on this piece, like so. So just go ahead and attach that. And then we're going to take, you're going to pick out a mushroom and a little gnome, whichever one you want, and we're going to add these on here with some dimensionals. So I'm going to take, now I'm not going to put dimensionals at the tip top of the mushroom because it's going to peek over the top, because I'm going to have it, I'll show you. So your placement of your dimensionals is important on the mushroom. So we're going to, I want it to go over this so that when it pops up, it's like sticking up like that. So I don't want my dimensionals up there, but see, there's nothing sticky on this side. All right, then my other little gnome here, he's gonna just come down here like so. And then you're gonna take your circle that I give you, and I'm just using Calypso Coral. You could use whatever color you want though, but Calypso Coral. And then we're gonna grab the word "You Gnome Me So Well," and we're gonna stamp that in the Calypso Coral, right in the center of that circle. All right. And then, hello, hello. I see several of you hopping on. Take another dimensional, put it on the back, and then where you place this, this is going to be what holds this up like that. Do you see that? So I put that, popped it up, and now that holds your card up like that. Isn't this so cute? And then you can open it up like that. So there's this card, and it folds flat like that. And so on this one, I used a girl. See? Oh, I forgot to add the gems. Yes, we got to add the gems. So there's like these corally colored gems, and I just added 3 of those as well. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. There we go. Now we have the gems. So again, you can use totally, I was going to use a different mushroom, but it was closest to the end. But anyway, there's card number 3. I hope you like that one. Really easy to do, a fun way to make a card that pops up. All right, and then our last card for tonight is going to be using a little bit of non-traditional. We're using some pinks because you guys hopefully know I like pink. And we have just a thick white card base. I'm going to fold this in half. And then I have a polished pink that I embossed in the brick and mortar that's 5 1/4 by 4. We're going to put that down here. I just wanted something a little subtle is all. So that embossing folder is a great one for that. Then I didn't go with the gnome paper. I went with this paper right here, which is the Hostess pack. And this is just a 3 by 3 inch square. So I will include this for you. And I just kind of put this right in the middle, actually. So this 3 by 3 right there. Okay. The next thing is you'll have these pieces in your kit. You're going to have a banner that has from the Stylish Shapes. You're going to have another vellum circle that's, I think this one's about 2 inches. You're going to have a sparkly heart from the Give It a Whirl. I know this white is sold out, but I still have some, so we'll cut you out a little sparkly heart. And then you'll have a scrap piece of white, and you're going to go ahead and stamp this gnome in Memento Black ink, and you're going to come out with this guy right here. And then I did die cut him. So we're going to color him in. Since I had to color him, I thought I would just skip ahead a few little steps. So I'm coloring the hat and the arms, and I'm coloring pink anyway. This is polished pink. This is the light, so I'm just going to color this in. It colors pretty quick. I like that he's peeking out. You could totally stamp the girl if you wanted to, if you wanted your girl to be on here, but I like this gnome with his little eyes peeking out. Okay, then I'm going to do the mitten and his arm sleeve. I know I should have picked a different color, but I didn't. And when it came together, it looks good, so just trust me if you're like, that's all pink. And you can go in and like darken it with these two. So there's that. I'm going to actually go over the mittens like a couple times. Come over here just a little bit. And down here. Mitten, mitten. All right, then I'm going to take my crumb cake and do the face. Again, you can use the ivory. You can use any of our skin tone shades. There's that. Oops, I forgot this piece of the hat over here. Okay, so this is like the bonus card because normally we just do 3 cards for the virtual class, but this time we're doing 4. If gnomes are not your thing, again, you'll get some of the paper so you can kind of use that, or you can use an animal set or something else instead of the gnomes. Flowers. Okay, I'm sure you can stamp a flower instead of this little gnome. So there's that. All right, and then the shoes, we want gray. So I'm going to color in the bottom of these shoes. This is the dark smoky slate. And then I need my light smoky slate, so we're almost done. And I have the light smoky slate, and I'm just going to, again, kind of follow a few of those lines in that beard. And there we go. All right, now let's stamp your kindness does not go unnoticed. So again, I wanted to give you a couple of non-Christmas cards. Okay, so we're gonna stamp this on the banner and just like this. So again, you can get all 4 of these cards, all the pieces, if you place a $35 order with that host code I put up. I'll put it up again at the end. If you bump your order up to at least 50, you're gonna get the gems and some of the paper. A little sampling of the paper is a thank you gift from me as well. So, and I will hopefully have these out, like, I want to have them out before Christmas because yeah, that's the plan. That's why we're doing this now. Okay, so here's all our pieces. For our little gnome here, isn't that one so cute? You're gonna put your dimensionals on the back. Card Club will get shipped out probably a day or 2 early as well. So if you're in the Card Club, I always ship it on the 25th. But guess what? That's Christmas Day and also a Sunday. So it will probably go out on Friday. And your tutorial will go out probably early too, so I don't have to work on Christmas Day. So just be aware of that and save that so you have it when your kit arrives. Okay, so I know you can't see it, but that circle is there. It just adds a little bit of layer without too much taking away from the paper. Your little banner, you're gonna pop it up. I'm using the edge of my dimensionals. Don't throw those away. Those are always useful and good. And we're gonna put this down here. This guy is up a little bit too high. Let me move him down. All right. Move it down a little bit. Okay, and then my heart, this little sparkly heart that you're gonna get, go ahead and add a little, I added a huge chunk of the dimensional to mine. I'm so glad you like the pink and the gnomes. And I'm just gonna put this heart over here because who doesn't love hearts? I love hearts. I love our next holidays. I love Christmas, but I really like hearts. So Valentine's Day is a fave. Okay, and then we're going to add a couple more of these little gems on here. All right, let me move this out of the way and show you our 4th card. Put the lid on this. Okay, do you not love this card? This card will make you smile. Here is my other one that I whipped up and finished this card at about 8:01. So I hope you guys love these cards. So here's the 4th card. If you just hopped on, let me show you a recap of all 4 cards. They're really adorable cards. So that you'll get the pieces for this. Again, you'll have to do your own stamping. And if you want this gnome cut out, you'll have to hand cut them out or use the dies. Again, I recommend the dies. You're going to want them. Okay, then we did this fun fold card right here. So just follow the score marks that I showed you in this video too. I didn't screw it up this time. And this is just a really fun card. And you can pick out your, you might have a different color mushroom and gnome. That's okay. Just pick what you like. And then there's our that was our 3rd card we did actually. And then our 2nd card was this one, where we did the heat embossing in white and die cut all the little gnome pieces. And then our 1st card, I don't know, I really like pink, but this one might be my favorite. I don't know, but I really like this one and I really like how this one pops up. I don't know what my favorite is. We have this one right here, was our 1st card. So those are our cards. Okay. You guys are going to want these make and takes, right? You're going to want this bundle if you don't own it already, the dies, all the fun stuff. Get it while it's still available. Use my host code. I would love to send you a packet with supplies to make. You'll make one of each of these cards. So for 4 cards total, you'll get some thank you goodies from me, over $50. Go ahead and have fun shopping. Your husbands told me it's okay. If husbands, spouses, significant others, daughters, sons have fun, go shopping. Merry Christmas to you, right? But no, in all seriousness, if there is anything that you want last minute for Christmas, be sure to do that sooner rather than later because shipping is really delayed with Stampin' Up. And so I did want to point that out. Like it's 7 to 10 days out yesterday when I checked. And then, so you're going to want to get any orders that you do want in right away. So again, I hope you love these cards. I will be excited to prep these for you for our virtual class. So this is our virtual class for December. I hope you love it. I'm excited that I finally got to feature this sweet bundle. And then the last reminder is if you do want to join the card club, this is a stamp set we're using. I showed you a sneak peek of the beautiful cards this month, and we'll be featuring this next week for our Facebook Live. Simply fabulous. But I wanted to show you because the deadline is the 10th. All right, I love the pink and blue the most. They are all so cute. The first one is my favorite. I love all four. Hard to decide on a favorite. I'm glad you guys love them. Again, if you have any questions about getting your orders in, please let me know. Email is the best way to contact me. Facebook, things get lost very quickly, and if you send me a message on Facebook, I sometimes don't get them. So email, it's owlstarstampers@gmail.com. And then also, real quick, I know a lot of you already hopped off, but if you email me needing a tutorial, I have an online assistant named Lydia, and she sends those out for me. So if you were like, who is this? The subject line always says like October Card Club tutorial, so you would hopefully recognize that. But do know that I do have an online assistant that helps me with those emails. So we do our best to try to get you everything that you guys need. So if for some reason you're missing something, just email me, or if you have questions, email me, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Have a wonderful night. Again, you have until Sunday night to get any of those orders in so you can get these fun make and takes this month. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.